2 days after humanity's first atomic bomb was dropped on Hiroshima, Nagasaki was hit with a larger atomic bomb. The power is 1.4 times that of the Hiroshima atomic bomb. The explosion instantly sent 40,000 people to see God. It is very different from the last atomic bomb. The material used in the Hiroshima atomic bomb is uranium-235. The material used in the Nagasaki atomic bomb is plutonium-239, and it uses implosion stone. Let's take a look at its structure below. Start with its core. This small ball made of beryllium and plutonium is called a neutron inducer, only 0.8 inches in diameter. Its function is to release the neutrons needed to initiate a chain reaction. The neutron inducer is surrounded by a 3.6-inch diameter plutonium ball. Mass is 14 lbs. In addition, the plutonium ball is surrounded by a layer of uranium-238. The function is to reflect escaping neutrons back to the center, thereby improving the efficiency of the fission reaction. The outside is wrapped with a thin layer of boron plastic. This acrylic thermoplastics very well can absorb escaping neutrons, prevent premature explosion. All the nuclear fuel responsible for nuclear fission is enclosed within a thick aluminum sphere to evenly transfer the pressure generated by the explosion of the outer explosive to the plutonium ball in the center. The outside of the aluminum ball is covered with 32 rapid explosive packets. An electric detonator is inserted into each explosive package. The explosive bag is wrapped in a thick steel shell. This both provides protection and increases the power of the explosion. The front part of the nuclear bomb contains the power supply unit and ignition device, responsible for delivering current to each electric detonator. The rear part includes the air pressure sensor, detonation timer, and radar controller, all mounted on a board. 3:39 a.m. on August 9, 1945. A B-29 bomber carrying an atomic bomb took off from a Pacific Air Force base. It arrived over Japan 5 hours later. The original bombing target was Kokura City, but due to the weather conditions that day, the plane changed its destination and headed to Nagasaki. The plane flew 30,000 feet above the ground and released the atomic bomb. At this point, the timer starts. After 15 seconds, the air pressure sensor is activated, constantly detects the height from the ground. At the same time, the radar sensor on the missile body is also activated. When the bomb drops to the optimal detonation point of 2,000 feet in the air, the power supply activated the recessive switch. The ignition device is activated and supplies high voltage current to each detonator simultaneously. The detonator detonates an external rapid explosive charge. The shock wave, which generated a pressure of more than 300,000 atmospheres, crushed the neutron inducer. A large number of free neutrons are released. These neutrons enter the outer plutonium ball and trigger a fission reaction. This is where the nuclear chain reaction begins. Eventually, energy equivalent to 20,000 tons of TNT was released. This violent explosion formed a huge fireball with a temperature of up to 10,000 degrees. The shock wave caused by the explosion spread outward at a speed of 600 miles per hour. All buildings within the blast range were razed to the ground. According to data, at the moment of the explosion, approximately 40,000 people died directly from the explosion of the atomic bomb. In the following decades, another 200,000 people died from nuclear radiation.